Hello everyone! Today we are sketching Daenerys Targaryen, the mother of dragons. I will talk about how she transformed from a frightened young girl to a powerful queen. And I want you to stay until the end, don't go anywhere, because I've got 5 incredible behind the scenes facts coming up. So let's get back to drawing. I am starting with a light oval for Daenerys' face, tilted just a bit to the right. Next, I'm drawing a vertical guideline down the center and a horizontal line about 1/3 from the top, because this will help place her eyes. Now I'm marking like 2 almond shapes on that line, spacing them 1 eye width apart and giving them a gentle lift at the outer corners for her determined look. Right now, I'm just outlining here, and oh my god. Actually, she kind of looks like her. But anyway, we're going to fix that. And we actually fixed it. So, since I showed you how to do this sketch this flawlessly, I'm gonna move on to the shading part. I am choosing base colors for skin, hair, and background. I chose to be like the grayish color in order to make the skin color and the hair color more sustainable, and I'm doing it on the separate layers. Imagine never feeling safe, always moving, never knowing home. Daenerys spent her early years hiding from enemies and dreaming of her throne. Her brother's name was Viserys, and he only cared about getting power and not about protecting her. From him, she learned 2 things. First was to never show fear, and the second one was to think before acting. Even as a child, she had a strong spirit and hope for the future, and that's one of the best abilities I like in her. Daenerys was married to Khal Drogo, the feared leader of a great horse-riding people called the Dothraki. At first, she couldn't speak their language and felt alone, but she learned very quickly. She quickly picked up the words, rode horses, and earned their respect. Over time, their marriage grew from duty to real love, and she showed everyone that she was not just a scared girl, but a wise strategist. She even gathered her own small group of followers: Jorah Mormont, Missandei, and Grey Worm. Emilia Clarke has very big eyes, very big and blue eyes, which make her look determined and scary.
You have very big eyes, very big blue eyes. Do you think this is the reason why you are successful and famous? Big, blue.
While drawing the eyes, I like to color the upper part of the eye in darker shade of blue and the lower part in the lighter one. In the middle, firstly, I place the lighter shade of brown and then add the darker one. I also like to smooth everything by using the soft brush, and then I use the hard brushes for adding the details. Okay, let me continue talking about the Daenerys. So, after Drogo's death, Daenerys was left with only 3 old dragon eggs. People thought they were like worthless, but on Drogo's funeral, she walked into the flames with those eggs and came out unharmed. The eggs hatched into the Drogon, Rhaegal, and Viserion. These dragons were not pets, they were living weapons and proof of her right to rule. With dragons by her side, Daenerys sailed to Essos and set out to end slavery. First, she stormed Astapor, trading a dragon for an army of unsullied soldiers, and then used those soldiers to free the city. Next came Yunkai and Miran, where she earned the title Breaker of Chains, but running these cities was harder than taking them. She had to learn that old customs don't change overnight and that true leadership needs both justice and patience. After years across the sea, Daenerys finally turned her ships west towards Westeros. She met with powerful families, for example, the Greyjoys, the Martells, and the Tyrells, to make friends and gain support. She also formed a bond with Jon Snow, who later learned he was her nephew. Together, they faced the real threat, the White Walkers coming from beyond the wall. Daenerys showed her strength by freeing people, but also her firmness by punishing those who betrayed her. By the final seasons, Daenerys had become a living legend, yet when she reached the King's Landing, her grief and anger changed her. Even after the city surrendered, she used dragonfire to burn it down. Fans were shocked, some felt like her turn to fire and blood was too sudden, others saw hints of it all along. After all, Targaryens often walk close to madness. This ending reminds us that even the greatest heroes can be lost to their power. The Mad Queen twist sparked huge debate. Some viewers thought like the change was too quick. Others said it made sense given her losses and her belief that the ends justified the means. In George Martin's books, her story is still unfolding and he hints it may end differently. On screen, Emilia Clarke's performance made Daenerys a symbol of freedom, a feminist icon, and a warning about the danger of unchecked power. Now that our sketch of Daenerys is looking first, let's dive into some fun behind the scenes facts that bring her story to life. The first fun fact is that when Emilia Clarke first stepped on set, her platinum wig was like very stiff and it barely moved. She literally couldn't turn her head. The costume team went back to the drawing board and created a softer, more flexible version so she could emote naturally. Imagine that you're trying to show your sorrow or joy while your hair won't budge. No wonder they had to fix it right away. The second fun fact is that Clarke didn't just memorize her lines. She learned over 400 words of Dothraki and High Valyrian to sound genuine. Every Dracarys and Khaleesi came from hours of practice. High Valyrian was created by linguist David Patterson to feel as real and as ancient as Latin. Next time you hear her command the dragons, remember that half her performance was pure language training. The third fun fact is that each dragon carries a piece of her heart. For example, Drogon honors Khal Drogo, Rhaegal remembers her brother Rhaegar, and Viserion nods to Viserys. Those names aren't just random, they reflect love, loss, and the weight she carries as the last Targaryen. When you draw their silhouettes behind her, you should think about how each dragon represents a part of her past. The fourth fun fact is that in Dothraki culture, warriors only cut their hair when they lose. Daenerys shaved her head to show she had overcome exile and earned true respect among the Dothraki. That bold choice wasn't just a haircut. It was also a statement of victory over her fears and her enemies. The fifth fun fact is on screen, Daenerys' storyline felt like swift. In George Martin's novels, she rules the city for far longer, facing, for example, more trials, more political puzzles before sailing for Westeros. That extra time for the books digs deeper into her leadership struggles and might even lead to a different ending than the show's Mad Queen moment. And there you have it. 5 nuggets of trivia that show just how much work and meaning went into bringing the Mother of Dragons to life. Right now, I will draw her clothes so she isn't naked. I will also draw some details to her hair and face. Oh my god, I have been drawing her for more than 8 hours, I think, but she still doesn't look like Daenerys. She looks like the Walmart version of Daenerys, or as if I ordered her from Temu or AliExpress. Anyways, the advice from me is that if on the first try the drawing doesn't look like the character, you should draw more, practice more, and one day I'm absolutely sure you will definitely improve. And this is the final look of our drawing. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to click the like button and subscribe button. See you next time. Bye-bye. Bye.